Welcome back to a new machine learning tutorial. In this video, we are going to talk about XGBoost regression. We are going to talk about the theory behind the algorithm. We are going to code it using Python. And at the final stage, we are going to do hyperparameter tuning for optimizing the model's performance. Let's start coding. I'm in Visual Studio Code, but you can use any code editor that you want. And firstly, I'm going to be creating a file like XGBoost regression, and we are going to work on a Jupyter notebook. I'm going to select my kernel as 3.11.4. I will say XGBoost regression, and let's talk about it. So it's a powerful and efficient machine learning algorithm based on the gradient boosting framework. So it's designed to be highly scalable and flexible, offering superior performance in many machine learning tasks. And in this tutorial, we are going to be talking about the regression side. In the XGBoost regression, the algorithm predicts a continuous target variable by iteratively building an ensemble of decision trees, each correcting the errors of its predecessors. So, at the framework side, we can talk about the ensemble learning. So, XGBoost is a part of a class of models known as ensemble learning methods, which combines multiple models, in this case decision trees, to produce a stronger predictive model. And boosting side, boosting is a sequential technique where each new model, usually a weak learner like a shallow decision tree, tries to correct the errors made by the previous models. So the final prediction is a weighted sum of the predictions from all models. And for the XGBoost specifics, we can talk about objective function. So XGBoost optimizes a custom objective function, which includes both a loss function to measure the difference between predicted and actual values, and a regularization term to control the complexity of the model, which reduces overfitting. And at the gradient descent side, the boosting process in XGBoost is driven by gradient descent, where each tree is built to minimize the residuals, which we can also refer as errors, of the previous trees. And at the tree pruning side, XGBoost uses a sophisticated tree pruning technique that stops splitting early when the improvement is not significant, leading to more efficient and less complex models. So let's code it. We are going to start by doing our imports. I'm going to import NumPy, and I'm going to say from scikit-learn.datasets import make regression. So it's going to be for the data creation. Next up, what I'm going to do is I will say from XGBoost import XGBoost regression. And next I will say from scikit-learn.model selection import train test split. And I will say from scikit-learn.metrics import mean squared error for the model evaluation. And I'm going to create my data right now using X and Y, and I will say make regression. And I'm going to have a number of samples, 1000, so 1000 data points is enough, and number of features is going to be 20, and let's add a noise like, let's say 5. I think it's going to be okay, and I'm going to make this run. So we have our data right now. We have 20 features and we have a vector on the Y side. Let me show you our X matrix, and let me show you our Y vector right now. We have continuous values like this. So we have our data ready, and it's time for train test split. So X train, X test, Y train, Y test, and we will use train test split, and I will say X, Y, and I'm going to set the test size as 0.2. So I have a tutorial about this in my machine learning tutorials playlist, but I'm going to talk about the concept quickly. We are going to be training our model with X train and Y train. We are going to make predictions with X test, and we are going to compare our model's predictions with the true Y values, which is Y test. And by specifying the test size as 0.2, 20%, in this case 200 data points, are going to be in the testing set on X test and Y test, and 800 is going to be on the training set, X train and Y train. So at the first place, we are going to train a base model, then we are going to talk about the parameters of the XGBoost and how we can optimize them using hyperparameter tuning. So I'm going to initialize my model using XGBoost regression in here. Next, I'm going to train my model using the training set I have, Y train, And next up, we can make predictions with it, like model.predict. I'm going to pass xtest, and we are going to have values like this. So I'm going to store them in something like, let's do it in another cell, y predictions, and I will say model.predict xtest. So now we can compare them with our true y values. Mean squared error, I will pass the y test and y predictions. So we have this mean squared error right now. Now we are going to look for how we can optimize this performance using hyperparameter tuning. So we can say hyperparameter tuning. And let's talk about the parameters we have. I'm going to firstly talk about them one by one, and I'm going to show you how we can optimize them. So we are going to start with number of estimators. It's the number of trees. More trees can lead to a better fit, but too many trees can cause overfitting. And learning rate, we have another parameter, also known as the shrinkage factor. This controls the contribution of each tree to the final model. A smaller learning rate usually requires more trees. And at the parameter side, next up, by the way, each line is a different parameter. Next up, we are going to talk about max depth, and it is the maximum depth of each tree. Deeper trees can model more complex relationships, but can also overfit. And I will say subsample is the next parameter, the fraction of samples used for fitting each tree. Lower values make the algorithm more robust to overfitting, but can increase bias. So we have cosample by tree. It's the fraction of features used for fitting each tree. This helps in reducing overfitting. We are going to have gamma, and it's a regularization parameter that controls the minimum loss reduction required to make a further partition in a tree. Higher values lead to a more conservative models. And we have lambda and alpha. These are the L2 and L1 regularization terms for weights respectively. These control the complexity of the model. So these two have a penalization term for the larger coefficients. And now we can code the hyperparameter tuning process. And I will say from scikit-learn.model selection import grid search cross-validation. If you don't know this concept, you can check my machine learning tutorials playlist where I explain grid search, but it's basically defining the different combinations of the parameters and returning the best one. So we are going to be using that, and I'm going to define the parameter grid. It's going to be the possible combination and parameters list. I will say number of estimators. I will say 50, 100, 200, and I will say learning rate. And it's going to be 0.01, 0.1. By the way, you can extend this list, like you can add 0.3 in here, 500 in here, but I'm not going to give out of possible parameters. With more parameters you pass in this list, it's probably going to be meaning that you are going to be finding a better model since you are trying more, but it has a cost. It's going to work on bigger time. Like more parameters you add, you have a better chance to find a better model, but it's going to be having a more computational cost. So I will say max depth, and I'm going to say 3 and 7. You can add 5, 10, completely up to you. And I will say subsample, and I will say 0.8 with 1, like this. Next up, I'm going to say cosample by 3, and I'm going to add 0.810. You can extend this list again, and I will say gamma, and it's going to be 0 and 0.1. So these are enough. Now I'm going to set my grid search. So grid search is going to be grid search cross-validation. Estimator is going to be XGBoost regressor. And parameter grid is going to be the parameter grid we defined in here. And next up, we are going to have cross-validation. I want 3 faults. I'm going to set the scoring as negative mean squared error, and I'm going to set the variables as 1. So I set my grid search in here. Now for finding the best parameters, I will say grid search.fit xtrain with ytrain. So we are going to have it run in something like minute or 2 minutes in my estimation. I'm going to be re-recording when this finishes. We got our grid search fitted and it ran in 42 seconds. Now let's see what are the selected parameters, best parameters. And it is this list, like It's a dictionary. Like we have call sample by 3, 1, gamma 0, learning rate 0.1, max depth 3, number of estimators 200, and subsample 0.8. By the way, it's just looking for these ranges, so you can increase this list, like you can add 0.9 in subsample, maybe it can work better. So you can add values into this list for getting a better model probably. And next up, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make predictions with this model using X test and compare it with Y test, so we can see if we have an improvement on the performance using hyperparameter tuning. And for that I will say grid search.best_estimator.predict, and we can pass X test in here. So we are going to have values like this, and we can save them into something like Y prediction tuned, and we can get our mean squared error using Y test and Y prediction tuned like this, and it's 2000. So let me quickly check what was the base model's performance, and it was 6000. So we lowered it a lot. So it lowered by 4000, which is a really great improvement. It's the 30% of the older value, and we get a better performing model using parameter tuning. Okay, let's summarize what we did in this video. So we started by talking about the XGBoost regression, we talked about its concepts, and we talked about how it works. Then we make our imports here, we create our data, and we use train test split for splitting our data. Then I initialized the base model and we trained the base model. Then I showed you how we can make predictions with your model that you create. Next up, we saved them in something like Y predictions, and we get the cost function return, the mean squared errors value in here. Then we talked about the hyperparameters it can take, and we imported grid search in here, and we defined parameter grid for the possible parameters. Once again, you can extend this list for trying for more models and possibly finding a better model. Next up, we set our grid search in here, and we trained the grid search, we fitted it, we find the best performing parameters, and we make a prediction with these parameters, and it is 2400 in the cost functions value. So we lowered the cost and we improved our model by hyperparameter tuning. Thanks for watching this tutorial on XGBoost Regression. I'm sharing new data science videos every week on my channel. You can subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also, I have a machine learning tutorials playlist where I have more than 40 videos just like this one. You can reach to that playlist from the cards of this video or from the link in the description. Have a great day.